When I was a kid, I was wondering kind of what's the meaning of life? Like, why are we here? What's it all about? And there need to be reasons to get up in the morning. You know, life can't just be about solving problems. Otherwise, what's the point? That is the foundation of my philosophy, is that I am curious about the nature of the universe. And, you know, and obviously I will die. I don't know when I'll die, but I won't live forever. But I would like to know that we're on a path to understanding the nature of the universe and the meaning of life and what questions to ask about the answer that is the universe. And so if we expand the scope and scale of humanity and consciousness in general, which includes silicon consciousness, then you know, that seems like a fundamentally good thing. I think one of the biggest mistakes people generally make, and I'm guilty of it too, is wishful thinking. You know, like, you want something to be true even if it isn't true. You ignore the real truth because of what you want to be true. This is a very difficult trap to avoid. And like I said, it's certainly one that I find myself in having problems with. If you just take that approach of you're always to some degree wrong and your goal is to be less wrong, and solicit critical feedback, particularly from friends. If somebody loves you, they want the best for you. They don't want to tell you the bad things. So you have to ask them, you know, and say, really, I really do want to know. and then they'll tell you. There are many more ways to fail than to succeed. Particularly like for a rocket, there's like 1,000 ways a thing can fail and like one way it can work. You could have a lot of rocket failures to explore all the ways in which it could fail. A ton of failures along the way, that's for sure. But for SpaceX, the first 3 launches failed, and we're just barely able to scrape together enough parts and money to do the 4th launch. If that 4th launch had failed, we would have been dead. Failure is not a big stigma. So it's like if you try hard and it doesn't work out, that's okay. You can learn from that and do another company, and it's not a big deal. And I think that's really one of the great things about Silicon Valley. You talk to people from different walks of life and different industries and professions and skills and occupations. Like, just try to learn as much as possible. Man's search for meaning. I would encourage people to read broadly in many different subject areas, and then try to find something where there's an overlap of your talents and what you're interested in. So people may be good at something, or they may have skill at a particular thing, but they don't like doing it. So you want to try to find a thing where that's a combination of the things that you're inherently good at, but you also like doing. I think certainly being focused on something that you're confident will have high value to someone else, and just being really rigorous in making that assessment. A natural human tendency is wishful thinking. So a challenge for entrepreneurs is to say, well, what's the difference between really believing in your ideals and sticking to them versus pursuing some unrealistic dream? That is a really difficult thing. Can you tell the difference between the things?
Right.
You know? So you need to be sort of very rigorous self-analysis. I think certainly extremely tenacious, and then just work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in, 80 to 100 hour weeks every week. All those things improve the odds of success. If other people are putting in 40-hour work weeks and you're putting in 100-hour work weeks, then even if you're doing the same thing, you know that you will achieve in 4 months what it takes them a year to achieve.
When you had that third failure in a row, did you think,
I need to pack this in?
Never.
Why not?
I don't ever give up. I mean, I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated.